Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Clutter. I'm your host, Margo, a professional organizer specializing in chronic clutter. And today, I'm bringing you some simple decluttering tips that are perfect for those moments when you have just a few minutes to spare. Maybe when the kids are quietly playing, or maybe when they're taking a nap, or even when dinner is on the stove. It is absolutely amazing what you can accomplish in just 5 minutes. I'm going to talk you through how sprinting through decluttering tasks can be just as effective as a marathon session. First up, we are setting the timer and going on a clutter hunt. There are so many hitchhikers around your home begging to be decluttered. The broken trinket on a shelf, the old magazine sitting on your coffee table, that empty bottle of perfume. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to set a timer for 5 minutes. You're going to grab a bag or a box and you're going to run around your home finding items that are easy trash decisions. Typically, these items are on surfaces: the dining room table, the counter, the bathroom sink, shelves, and dressers. There are hidden items too, in case you want to take a quick peek into your pantry or lower cabinets. And of course, the junk drawer. And it's called that for a reason. This first one is really just a numbers game. It's less about where you are decluttering, but more about sheer numbers and quick decisions. Everything you collect should be easy to toss. If you hesitate, leave it. Don't bother wasting time. Move on to something else. Next are shoes for a quick 5-minute win. Shoes, you've probably noticed, take up a ton of space, but they're also very, very quick to declutter in batches. Did you know that Americans spend more than $400 per person each year on shoes? And most of them chill on the floor of our closets and are never worn. The ones we have worn and will probably never wear again also crowd our spaces, and often for no reason at all. So use those random 5 minutes you have to go through a pile of shoes and toss, donate, even sell what you don't need. Next up, office supplies. It is amazing how quickly these things can pile up. So I work from home, and sometimes all I have is a few minutes in between client calls. So I take that time to declutter stuff on my desk or in my office bins. This keeps my small space very neat and tidy and doesn't allow it to get out of hand. And you probably know, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably know that decluttering paperwork is complete and utter hell. A never-ending pile of stuff that requires hundreds of decisions. Do a few papers at a time and maintain what you've already done. All right, number 4, and next on deck, which only takes a few minutes, is in an area we spend most of our day, yet often forget to declutter. That's right. Hello, Mr. Refrigerator. Your fridge probably feels a smidge neglected. Expired condiments, old takeout, maybe even mystery items. Next time you are in your kitchen making dinner, take advantage of the time. Pop that bad boy open and just toss easy items. Feel free to also include the freezer next. Moving on to number 5, and I'm also going to have a bonus tip for you. So number 5, let's tackle the medicine cabinet. It is amazing how many expired medications and old products can accumulate there. Such a small space can cram like a New York City subway during rush hour. Doing this, I actually often get asked how to properly dispose of medication. So some medications will have specific instructions for disposals. For others, you can check with your local pharmacy if they have take-back programs. So you simply drop them off and they take care of the rest. This is something we do have in New York. Typically, I think it's with CVS and Walgreens, but not all locations. Another safe way to dispose of medication is with coffee grounds, kitty litter, or dirt. And this helps disguise the medication and discourage consumption. And of course, remove labels before tossing the bottles. All right, on to bonus tip, what you can do in 5-minute increments. You can always tackle one random box or drawer. If you've listened to my other podcast episodes or watched my YouTube videos, you know that I am a huge and firm believer of sprints over marathons. Marathons, while they are lovely, typically are unrealistic for most people and can be quite overwhelming. In 5 minutes, you can declutter a drawer. Merely pull out the things that you know don't belong there or you don't need. This doesn't have to be perfect. You don't necessarily have to organize it, but we have piles or shelves or cabinet drawers or what. We have all of these small sections or small things around the house that if we just have a floating 5 minutes, it never has to be 15 or 30. I mean, sure, that's great. A few times a week, but like sometimes all you have is a few minutes. So just don't overthink it. Choose a drawer, a shelf, maybe even a few articles of clothing and just go through that. If you do that consistently, you're going to see that clutter is naturally going to make its way out of your home as opposed to waiting for that perfect opportunity, procrastinating because the environmental circumstances are not right and the kids are there and you just don't have time to, dedicate to 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It's okay. 5 minutes is fantastic. 5 minutes is productivity. So, and there you have it, 5 minutes of intense decluttering and look at the difference that it makes. Remember, decluttering doesn't always have to be a marathon. Sometimes quick sprints is all you need to make a big impact. And of course, if you want to achieve a clutter-free home this year, learn how hiring me as your decluttering coach can help. I will leave more information in the show notes. As always, thank you so much for listening. Good luck on your decluttering journey, and remember to be good to yourself.